You will never have to force a relationship that's meant to be, but you are directly responsible for the quality of your experiences in that relationship. You know, when we talk about the quality of experiences in relationships, oftentimes people don't think about that, right? We all just say, well, I want a relationship where I'm happy. I want a relationship where we're not fighting all the time. And while those are good goals to have, a lot of us want something that's deeper and more meaningful than that, but we don't often know how to attain that level of meaningfulness or a deeper level in our relationships. Hi, my name is Sharika Matthews, life coach, relationship expert, and the creator of Feminine Success Mastery. And today I want to talk to you about the tools and the secrets that it takes to actually create a deeper and more meaningful relationship. You know, all of us, we want relationships that's going to add value to our lives. Yes, relationship is supposed to be happy, it's supposed to be fun, it's supposed to be peaceful, but there's more to it than just having fun. There's more to it than just being happy. Because one thing that you've heard me say this probably 1,000 times before, but we as women, we're multidimensional. We are multifaceted. There are so many layers to us. And not just us women, it's men too. Men have multi-layers to their personality, multi-layers to their thought process. And when you bring two people together who acknowledges that they have all of these different sides and all of these different layers, it creates an opportunity for you to create deeper levels of intimacy and deeper levels of meaningfulness, so that your relationship not only can be rooted and grounded, but it also creates the foundation for your relationship to thrive. And so today I want to talk to you about what does it take to create a deep and meaningful relationship. But before I go into those 3 things I want to share with you today, I want to share with you this one thought that actually inspired this video that I'm creating today. And this thought is this: you can only go as deep with somebody else as you go within yourself. You see, you can't require to have a deep relationship if you haven't gone deep within yourself. Like, if your relationship with yourself is just shallow, you're not going to have a deep relationship. You cannot explore his depths into his thinking and his way of life and into his persona if you've never went exploring within your own persona, your own thought process, and your own different experiences. And so before you decide, I want to go deep with somebody, go deep with yourself. Because here's the thing, there are 3 types of relationships that all of us should have. Relationship with ourselves, relationship with God, and then a relationship with another person. And so all of these relationships mirror each other. And you have to get comfortable getting intimate with yourself, then get comfortable in getting intimate with God, or in other words, getting intimate with the spiritual side of yourself. And then you're able to get comfortable being intimate with another person. So that's the foundation for all of this. It's the foundation for every relationship. It's the foundation for creating certain depths and more meaningfulness inside of relationships. So now that we've laid that foundation, what are some steps you can take in order to create those deeper levels of intimacy and deeper levels of meaningfulness in your relationship? So the first thing, which I've basically said already, I forgot that was in my notes, but the first step is to go deep within yourself. So how do you actually do that? How do you go deep within yourself? To go deep within yourself, you want to be present with yourself. You want to be aware of what's going on in your body, being aware of where your thoughts are coming from, what your thoughts are and what your thoughts are coming from. You want to be aware of your self-talk and ask yourself why. You know, as a project manager, I've experienced this thing called a root cause analysis. And in the root cause analysis, there's this thing called the 5 whys. And you keep asking yourself, why? and why to get to the root cause of that thought process. Get to the root cause of why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Get to the root cause, whatever it is that you're trying to explore. So that's how you go deep within yourself, is to ask yourself why. Okay, I like the color green. Why do I like green? Yeah, it's probably because my mama liked green and she gave me like a pair of green curtains for my bedroom growing up. Why did she choose that color green? Well, now I gotta go talk to my mama. Hey, Mom, why do you like green? Well, green reminds me of money, and I always wanted to manifest more money in my life. Oh, I didn't know that. That's why I'm so attracted to green, and that's why I have more money in my bank account. But why, Mom, were you wanting to manifest more money? Well, because I grew up really poor, and I always wanted to have an abundance of money to not just take care of my family, but to give back to the community. Oh, that is great. I didn't know that you had such a passion for giving back to the community. Where did this passion for community come from? And you see how asking why can lead you to better understanding of who you are and where you come from and how you became the way you are. That is how you go deep within yourself. And so when it comes to going deep with another person, you know how to do it now because you've done it with yourself and you become more comfortable. And he has to do the same thing. He is not going to be comfortable going deep with you if he hasn't gone deep within himself. He can't even be comfortable sharing his level of depthness if he's never explored himself as well. And so that's where sometimes there could be a mismatch in how deep the relationship can go. If one person has gone 20 levels deep within her relationship with herself, and he's only gone 2 layers deep in his relationship with himself. But that's the beautiful part about being in a relationship, is this could be the area that you could encourage him and inspire him to grow. And he could be in a position to inspire you to grow in other areas. So you don't want to force him to go into multiple layers of depthness with you that he is not fully prepared for. Let him move at his own pace, but just be an inspiration to him. And that was one of the things that me and my guy, we had to have a conversation about, because I don't have problems asking why. Like, I am that girl who's always asking, well, why is that? Like, I don't understand. Help me understand. Why are we doing things the way we're doing things? Always been that person. And so in my relationship with him, I started to ask, well, why do you think like that? Or why do you believe that? And at first, he thought I was questioning him. But I wasn't questioning him. I had to explain to him that this is my curiosity. Like, the way I get to know you, I want to know like what drives you. I want to know your thought process. I want to know what drove you to make this decision at this time in this place, because that's how we get deep with each other. And so once he got over the fear of me actually questioning him and trying to control him, and realized I was just gathering data, I was just gathering information so that I can fully understand who he is and why he is the way he is, he became more open to it, and we were able to create a new depthness in our relationship. But in order to achieve that, you have to go deep within yourself first. The second thing is you have to have a happy and purposeful life outside of your relationship. And this is a mistake that I see way too often, where your happiness and your purpose is tied to your relationship, so that when your relationship is on rocky ground, you fall on rocky ground. But also, when you have something outside of your relationship, something that you're working towards, you have your own goals and your ambitions, you have, a charitable organization that you're a part of, you have activities and interests and things like that, you actually bring more to the table when you come home, because you are living out your best life. You live out your best life, and he's living out his best life. So when he comes home, you both are exchanging your stories of having this best life, and it can inspire you to create a new level to how you experience your best life together. Because if you don't have anything outside of the home, if you don't have anything outside of him or outside of your kids, you're not going to have a whole lot to share. You're not going to have a whole lot of depthness to you. And oftentimes what that leads to is you losing yourself in the relationship. So this is why it's imperative for you to have a happy life and a purposeful life outside of your relationship, knowing that your relationship is also happy and also purposeful, but it brings you more opportunities to explore, more opportunities to inspire, more opportunities to create new ideas of how you two can do things together. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is a big one. This is probably the biggest thing about creating more levels of depthness to your relationship, and that one thing is emotional intelligence. I actually want to read you this definition of what emotional intelligence is, because we talk about emotional intelligence a lot on social media and just on talk shows and things like that. But I want to remind you what is the actual definition of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your emotions in positive ways, to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. Let me read that again. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, use, and manage your emotions in a positive way, to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. Enough said. When you think about that, if you think about people who cannot do emotional intelligence, when you don't have the ability to understand, use, and manage your emotions, that creates more conflict. That creates that creates walls being put up between you and your partner that won't let anyone in. That shows up as, always going off or always snapping. You don't ever understand what sets them off. When you don't have mature emotional intelligence, it hinders you from having a purposeful relationship. It hinders you from having a meaningful relationship. It hinders you from having a deeper relationship, because your relationship is always on eggshells because the emotions are too volatile. There's always drama in the relationship. There's always arguments. There's always some kind of tug of war going on in your relationship. And so this one thing, having emotional intelligence and each individual being intentional about growing and strengthening and improving their emotional intelligence, this one thing can help take your relationship to a deeper level. And so you want to do the things, you want to incorporate regular exercises into your personal development. And your personal development doesn't have to be as structured as it would be like working with a coach or working with a therapist. It could just be something as simple as sitting down and reevaluating your week and say, yeah, I probably should not have responded the way I did there. How could I have responded to that situation better? Or it could be, I really don't know what happened between us. And part of it was because I just walked away. Why did I do that? The emotional intelligence allows you to seek understanding of your own emotions. It allows you to find an alternative way of responding to your emotions when they come up, and it allows you to create more constructive conversation within your relationship, where you begin to learn more about each other and more about yourself. All right, you guys, so those are the 3 things I wanted to give you today on what you can do to create a deeper and more meaningful relationship. If you have any questions about anything I've said here today, go ahead and leave me a question or comment below. If this video was something that was really beneficial with you, I want you to go ahead and hit the share button or copy the link to this video and share this with your friends and family. All right, you guys, until next time, as always, be bold, walk in your brilliance, and be completely unstoppable in the pursuit of what your heart truly desires in life and in your relationships. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.